With a population of over 20 million people, managing waste in Lagos has remained a very big challenge for the state government. In a concerted effort to address the challenge, the government has evolved several strategies in dealing with this challenge, some of which have hit brick wall. In this report, which you're about to view now, I examined the waste management challenge in a city like Lagos and the workability or otherwise of waste management strategies that have been involved over the years in achieving a cleaner megacity status. For decades, waste disposal in most Nigerian major cities has been a major challenge for state governments. In Lagos, for instance, the state government has over the years evolved several strategies to deal with the huge volume of wastes generated by over 20 million people. First was the establishment of the Waste Management Authority (LOMA) and the engagement of private sector participants, PSP operators, in the waste management sector, a move which led to the reduction of wastes on the streets of Lagos. But as the population continues to grow, turning the state into a mega city, the volume of waste has also continued to increase, posing a bigger challenge, a situation which the government says necessitated its new Cleaner Lagos initiative.
The law that has been passed by Lagos State cannot be termed anti-people in any way. It has now all the laws, all the environmental laws in Lagos State as one. And if you look at all of them, the one for water sector, the one for LASPA, the one for ecology, the one for waste, solid waste, you see that all of them are there to make things better for our people, to make our environment better. So you cannot declare that this law is anti-people. You know where we came from? There was a time in this state that heaps of refuse on our streets, they were mountain high. And I can tell you, it's because of these laws that were put in place and backed by actions that eradicated that kind of thing from our society. And it is this law, same law, that is giving us the legal backing to put in place all measures that will give us a sustainable, neat, hygienic, aesthetically beautiful environment.
According to the government, the initiative will contract waste management under a public-private partnership arrangement with cutting-edge technology, while the existing PSP operators will be restricted to handling commercial wastes. This position, however, does not go down well with the operators.
We went from 130 naira to about 260 naira per liter of diesel, yet we did not withdraw. We went from all other instruments or apparatus and that we use went up. We all know these things since Lagos State now, all over Nigeria. The tires that we used to buy for 40,000 naira has gone to 90,000, 100,000 naira. Yet the PSP have no rights as of today to even increase their rates. Now, if the government is talking about a cleaner initiative, it is those of us that have been in the business that should be first contacted and let's discuss. How do we now make Lagos a bit cleaner than what it was? It's a matter of sitting down together, not a matter of just coming and just enforcing a law on us. Now, the issue that PSP are not working is not true. Even till today, they are still working.
We have worked under your regulations. We have invested over 6 billion. We have about 35,000 employees, and we have invested deeply into this industry, and that's the only industry that we know for the last 18 years. And the governor said to us that we should speak with his commissioner, and that is not cast in stone. But every attempt of us trying to, present our case and show our willingness to even improve on our performance, where even though the constraint is not our fault, There are three areas of constraint at the moment. Number one is the dump site. The dump site is in a terrible state, and that's the responsibility of the government. We, as the PSP, are only responsible for going to people's homes, collect their waste, and transport it to the dump site provided by the government. So the government's dump site is in a state. It damages our truck. Some few years ago, we bought over 100 trucks, brand new trucks. But if you look at the state of those trucks, because of at the moment, they are considered as rickety. Why? Because of the state of the dump site. When the trucks goes into the dump site, the caterpillar pushes the truck, dents the truck. Sometimes you lose tires, sometimes you lose windscreens, sometimes even the truck catches fire. And this is all things that we have been clamoring on that is messing up our investment. And the government has just refused to do anything about it.
Government is now restricting us to the 20% activity of what we are currently doing, which means that 80% of our current activity is going to be outsourced to the foreign company. That's the cradle of the problem.
The waste managers have therefore resorted to court to seek legal redress.
We seek an order of interlocutory injunction to restrain Lagos State government from contracting out the job of waste disposal to a so-called foreign investor. We are asking the court to protect our rights to continue to do this work and receive remuneration for it. And in another case which we have filed, we are also challenging the new sanitation law because those laws did not take our interests into cognizance.
The 46 defendants, without any excuse, without any reason, were absent on the last proceedings in this matter and have now come today to ask for the discretion, for the equitable remedy of this court, to let them be heard in arguing this motion for injunction. So now as it stands, this matter has been adjourned to the 23rd of June 2017 so that we ourselves can respond on our rights to the said counter affidavits. We still believe and trust that this court, which is the last resort of man, shall vindicate the claimants and their case.
While the government insists that the PPP arrangement will bring about a cleaner Lagos, the waste managers say they must be carried along in the process.